Hello, and welcome back to this week's episode of 41st View with myself, Bob, and himself, Ryan.
What's happening, folks?
This week on the show, we're delighted to be joined by Qbanaa. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Today was a bit of a chaotic day, actually.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I lost my glasses.
Yes, we want to know how they go. I lose my glasses all the time. Go on, tell us how'd your glasses go?
Off air, it didn't sound like a great story.
Yeah, it didn't sound like the best story ever.
Yeah,
so
I know.
very
Like,
intrigued.
you probably won't get it, but they were Vivienne Westwood glasses.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Vintage vibes.
Yeah, they were my favorite glasses, and I only had one pair because I'd been saving up for this one Vivienne Westwood pair of glasses.
Oh no!
And then I went into Can I swear?
Yeah, you can
You
swear.
can fucking swear. You
Okay.
can fucking do whatever.
Just to
Say
a
what you
minimum,
want.
Rob.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shout out to our sponsors, Dublin and Whiskey.
Let's keep the swearing to a minimum.
I didn't know. Like,
No, you're okay. You're okay.
You can do it.
Okay.
We can't.
We can. We can just be limited to as much, but then we forget.
And then we forget, and then we
I
go
know, because especially
go
after
for it.
drinking, like,
Exactly.
whiskey,
I know,
you'd
I
want
know.
to be.
We'll have a little tipple after the glasses.
Yeah, we want to hear about the glasses.
Scenario.
Do you know what? I'll
So the
pour it
Vivienne
out. I'll pour it out.
Westwoods.
I left. I don't know where I left them. I went. See the what's it called? The irony. Like, I went into Penny's. I went shopping in Penny's.
Right.
And I think I put them down to try on because Penny's right
no.
now have amazing workout gear.
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying to be a yoga
Trying to get
teacher
there.
and trying to go to the gym and stuff like that, be healthy and
Yeah.
so I took them off and then I was like just looking at clothes and then I left the shop and then they weren't there and I tried to retrace my steps. I went to Lifestyle Sports because I was there too. I went to JD,
know what?
the worst places that you could use a pair of Vivienne Westwood glasses.
Right,
I went to them and I
Lad
lost
just
it.
has them on his head. Just
Yeah, they're
walking
prescription
around.
as well. Like, what are you gonna do with them?
You
Like,
can't see out of these.
stupid. Anyways.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Shout out the sponsors.
Shout out Dubliner. That's there's nothing worse than when you have to retrace your steps and you're just going around.
Wait, we need
round.
the reaction.
Oh,
Bob.
sorry, go for it.
This is actually really nice.
I know.
I was afraid that
And
I
we
wasn't
didn't
gonna like
pay her
this.
to say
I know
it.
we didn't have to do this, but it is good.
It's so
It's nice.
nice.
So it's the
Oh my god, it'd be so good if you get the little ding.
it's the honeycomb liqueur. So there's like that little notes of honeycomb through it.
A little bit of sweetness in
It
there
takes
as
away
well.
from the whiskey,
Huh.
like the strength of it.
I like this. No, because I actually, my favorite drink is a whiskey ginger.
Okay.
Or a whiskey
Jameson
sour.
ginger ale.
Jameson ginger.
Yeah.
Well, no, I can't say Jameson.
No,
You can say
no,
Shut up,
Dubliner, Dubliner ginger ale.
Dublin ginger ale. Yeah. Sorry.
No, but I never have whiskey by itself. I would have it with like a few ice cubes. And I would sip and I'd be
Little
like,
sipping whiskey. Yeah.
yeah, I'm cool.
And you're trying not to cry.
You know
Yeah,
what I
In
mean?
front of your peers
Yeah.
that are all whiskey drinkers.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
This is
it's
so
hard
tasty.
though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is good.
Like we've had the lads on from the Centre Co who are the whiskey lads. Shout out the boys. And like we're sponsored by Dublin Whiskey, and I've been a big whiskey drinker. But like now don't get me wrong, yeah. And I don't mean to disrespect anyone, but like, do you know when they have a sip and they're like, oh yeah, I can taste the notes of cat or fucking cherry or whatever.
You're talking
They were
bollocks.
in this casket and all. I was like, you do not taste that.
Yeah,
you
I
just
know.
taste burning in your throat.
Yeah,
Do you know what I can't get
I
over?
get a nice scent of sandalwood here. There's no sandalwood. It's just
It's alcohol.
It's just burning. It's just fire.
it's
Yeah.
making me cry right now.
No, like I remember there was someone giving a review and they were like, you can taste the chocolatey notes. And I'm like, what chocolatey notes is in that? Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
vanilla flavor and stuff like that. No,
In coffee, I don't get
Lies.
that. Yeah, when
wow.
people are like, "Oh, it tastes like chocolate," I don't ever get that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. There's
Now,
there's
see,
one-
when it
there's
comes to
people out-
coffee,
I fucking love coffee.
He loves a coffee. I'm not a
I
coffee
love
drinker.
coffee as well, but
Nice.
I know nice coffee and I know not nice coffee.
Right,
I was a
right.
barista in a
Oh.
specialty coffee shop in London called Mousetail.
So you know your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I forget some of it now, but I'm a bit of a coffee snob. I was also
Yeah.
a waitress as well for like Michelin recommended restaurants and like
Nice.
fancy posh restaurants as well. So I got into like being a wine snob as well.
Oh shit! So you're the one who's doing all the swirling. and-
No, but I just know what's nice and what's not nice.
Okay.
Okay,
You know what
so
I mean?
you just have experience in the field. though.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Well, that's what I was
alright.
gonna say. I don't know if you ever. This just had to come into my head there after you talking about that. There's these two guys on TikTok, and
Yeah.
they blind taste wine. But like it's one of them will sit there and the other lad will show the wine to the camera and your man have his eyes closed and he puts it in a sock and he pours it out and your man like they swirl it around, they smell it and all, and they're like, I'm getting notes of this and I feel
Couldn't-
like I feel
yeah.
like it comes from Canada and I'll have a taste and
But he put it in a sock.
No, there was
Yeah, he put it.
the bottle was in the sock to
It
hide
had
it,
so much
I didn't
flavour.
pour it out.
Oh my god! I was like, oh, that's awful.
Just like squeezing the sock into it.
Like I'm getting athlete's foot. But they've done
delicious.
75 videos on TikTok so far, and not one of them have got the bottle right. Like they're 0 for 75.
So
but
they're
they
useless
go
at their
on.
job.
They go on as if they know everything
They know
about
the sauce.
wine. They're like, oh, I think this is from the Basque region of France, and I'm getting these
So they're just
summary
failing at their
notes.
job,
and, yeah,
basically, like,
and then
yeah.
it's like, this is actually a wine from Australia. And I'm like, oh my
Oh my
god,
God.
I couldn't believe it. And now I feel like it's a bit of a they're doing it on
a gimmick.
purpose.
Yeah. It's a bit of a
But
shtick now.
I'm invested.
Yeah.
I'm invested.
I can tell Chilean wine though. Like,
Yeah.
no hate, but I'm hating. I don't like Chilean wine. I'm
Why?
sorry. I love people like a lot of my best friends are Chilean, and the people that I work with are from Chile.
Yeah, yeah.
And if anybody that like
No
comes to me and they tell me
disrespect.
that like, so no disrespect.
Yeah.
Your wine,
Shit.
I don't like it.
Wine is ass, chili.
Yeah, Chile. Yeah.
Chile,
Wine
you
is
gotta up
out.
your wine game here, guys.
Yeah, it's not nice.
He gave us Pedro
No
Pascal,
thanks.
one of the greatest exports from Chile. Okay,
Yeah.
work on your wine.
Work on your wine. Your people are good, but
Okay, so coffee places in Dublin though. What's the top spot?
Ooh,
What takes the cake?
I don't know.
What's a good? Just give me a hub. Just say the name. Say
I
the
like
name.
the 3FE coffee.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That's
good
really
shout.
nice. I
Clement and
had
Pico.
that. Clement and Pico is really nice. Except
okay.
I feel kind of suffocated when I'm in there
A
sometimes.
little bit.
It's a bit
A
dark.
little bit. It's but I like it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I like
like the
I
darkness.
like the people watching aspect of it. You sit outside, you can just judge.
That's
You get
really
me?
nice.
Even though I'm not very judgmental, but like you people.
You
watch.
are very judgmental.
I'm not very
It's okay.
judgmental.
It's okay to judge.
It's okay to have an opinion.
Don't be fake to the people, Rob.
Do you think I'm judgmental?
Oh, we'll have this conversation after.
Do you really? Maybe I am.
Every time we're in the car. Sorry, Qbanaa.
Excuse me, we're just gonna.
Okay,
We'll have a little riff
Just
over
gonna air
here.
this
Gonna-
out. What are you saying to me?
Every time we're in the car, you have someone new that you're giving out about.
Oh yeah, well actually yeah.
I like
Judging.
judging.
I do. I actually do love a give out. I didn't realize I was
I'm
doing
so
it.
Irish.
I love a give out.
You had a little gripe with something
I
today.
had a gripe, right?
You were explaining to
Like
us.
I was saying this beforehand. Now, no disrespect. Like
No
I
disrespect,
love.
no disrespect,
No,
no disrespect.
No
disrespect.
disrespect.
But
No disrespect. No disrespect. All right. I love Fontaine CC. I think they're a fantastic band, and what they're doing for Ireland is brilliant. And they're probably the best band in the world right now. Okay, like they
shout,
are.
but,
They're very good. Artistically, writing is immaculate. When I watch them in interviews, though, right, they all have the personality, it seems, of a wet carrot. Do you get me? Like it's like, will
But
you
is that not
fucking?
part of it all?
that's
No.
what I think.
Is it not just part?
they're
Like we're
amazing.
too cool for this
Yeah.
shit, you know?
I ju-
Kind of like
no,
the blame
I don't
Oasis
like-
back in the day.
Like,
They're like
I know
fuck
this.
the
I
establishment.
get that.
and-
Like they're cool. But like I'm just
Yeah.
like sometimes I'm like, fuck me, you are a bag of dull bastards.
yeah,
like,
they
and
could
like-
be that's what I'm saying. I
I'm just
think
like,
it's
be a
front.
little bit more cheerful, could you?
Yeah.
Do you get me? Like just on one or two occasions, that'd be just great. We know you're fantastic. You are. That's without question.
Come on the
My
podcast.
God.
We come on the podcast, yeah.
Curly, you coming on? No, but like I was just watching an interview with them recently, and I was like, Mother of
Who was
Jesus.
it with?
It was with the bass player, who Diego.
But what
And-
company was it?
Who
with?
done the
Oh, who
interview?
done it?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I don't know. I was just scrolling through and I seen it. I was like, "Is that?" I was like, "Will you lighten up a little bit?"
Yeah.
Do
But
you
you
get me?
don't
Like
know,
Well, see,
like,
like they could come on the podcast,
Again,
say with us, and
judging
have
at
that
first
Yeah.
sight.
bit of bounce
I'd say.
about them.
They could do.
Could
They
be
could.
the-
I could be completely
Could have been
wrong.
the shit interviewer.
But they just seem like a personality of a wax banana.
I think you know what it like. I don't know the lads personally.
Yeah.
I think their music is really cool.
I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
amazing
Yeah, it's-
music.
yeah, it's
Right,
doing
like
great
they're-
stuff.
like
I-
even Green's writing is phenomenal writing. Like
Yeah.
it's so good. Like it's artistic. It's poetry. Like in a sense, because like he came up loving that. But just like have a laugh, will you? Go on. Like do you know, treat yourselves. Like
on one sense, like
Hmm.
I understand like where like you're coming from
You get me?
because you know their fans are
Hmm.
like buying tickets and they're like investing, and you know the Fontaines aren't as wouldn't be as big as they are if they didn't have the fan base,
base, yeah.
Exactly,
you know,
that
who
they
are
have,
investing
like-
in them. You know what I mean? But on another hand, like they're so fucking busy. I'm sure they're
yeah,
just.
I'm
so
sure they just don't give two
tired.
shits like about it. Like
No, but
here,
not
get
even
this
that. I
thing
think
out of
they're
the way.
tired. Like
Yeah,
they could just
yeah.
be tired. That Or also, I think it could be just the brand, because their
Exactly.
brand
I
is
think
very
it's the brand.
Just like
mysterious.
mysterious stay,
Yeah.
like, you know.
What am I
and-
gonna do next?
Yeah.
Kinda,
Apparently he has, I don't know too much about like the politics and stuff like that. But apparently one of them is like has like a posher accent than he's supposed to have or something like that. So
yeah.
maybe he's like
Okay.
he doesn't talk too much because of that.
He
But
doesn't
that's
want that to come out.
Right,
Okay.
yeah. But also like people play characters all the time. Like
Yeah.
Qbanaa
Exactly.
is a character, you
Yeah.
know. It's just a better version of myself. So I'm sure everybody in there knows what they're doing. They wouldn't be
Yeah.
as big as they are if they didn't.
If they didn't. Oh,
Yeah.
no,
You
I
know
totally
what I
get
mean?
that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just like, crack a smile, will you? Do you know,
That's
enjoy
fair,
yourselves.
that's fair.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
that's
Like, if I was in that position, I'd be fucking smiling all the time.
I know.
You get me? I'd be a fucking, I'm playing Guinness Storehouse. Like, this is great.
Yeah, I'm sure they have a lot of stresses though. Like playing gigs is super stressful.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like I've done it myself now.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah.
Tell me your story then. I'm
it's all
gonna
about you.
interview you now.
Oh my god, it's the switcheroo. I knew this was
old
coming.
This is
The
my
old-
podcast
Hi,
now.
Rob. Welcome to the Ryan and Qbanaa podcast.
Cabana's Lounge. Welcome along.
Welcome. Sponsored by Dubliner.
The little look.
No,
Where are
it's
we
all,
again?
it's all about yourself.
Yeah,
tonight,
no,
Qbanaa.
No, but I want to know in
Bob
two
was-
sentences.
Yeah. Well, go on, you tell her.
Was in a band. Still kind of am in a band.
Oh, awesome.
Lead singer's in Portugal. Hi, Liam.
Hi, Liam.
That's
Hello.
Liam.
That's Liam, the
That's
old
Liam.
producer.
We miss you.
But we love Carl.
We love Carl. And yeah, like it's stressful, it's busy, it's tiring, but it's great. And it's amazing. Like it's all those things rolled into one, but yeah. It's great. I miss it.
Yeah.
But it's hard though. It is really difficult though.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna broach this topic, like, you know, like how difficult it kind of is in the music scene at like maybe later in the podcast and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, listen, we can jump in now if you want, and like we can discuss it a little bit further. Like, and it's, to me, I feel like it's getting harder than ever to kind of stand out a little bit out there.
Yeah, of course. I think because of like social media,
Yeah.
it's been such a blessing in the sense that like we have a lot of like free advertising, and like we don't need to depend on like, you know, radio or stuff like that or labels to pick us up. You know, we can kind
You
of
kind
do
of do
it
it yourself.
We can
like,
do it ourselves,
to an
but
extent.
to an extent though, because we're still controlled, but we
Yeah.
can't see it. We're just being controlled by something else, which is the algorithm, and the algorithm wants us
Goddamn
to.
algorithm.
Fucking algorithm.
Goddamn algorithm. You know?
Fucking
This video slaps and I know it does.
Yeah. So you
Send it
should
out
watch
there.
this. Yeah, you know. But like even to like the hook, the caption that you should put on the font,
The hashtags.
the hashtags, the amount of seconds that like it's
It's also trivial, really, isn't it? Like,
it's so dumb, and it's like killing art as well, I think.
And just to cut in on that, I was only
Yeah.
thinking about that today because we discussed it with Kaylee the last episode about say Khaki Kid, for example.
Oh, yeah.
Who does great music, but he has that one song, Date Night, that's doing really well, and it's just, I feel like, and it's not just him, I've seen like say Casper Walsh doing it with Simmer Down, and
Exactly, like-
even Alex to an extent with the new tune, like they're constantly putting the song on their videos just to keep
At
the
the same
song,
hook
yeah,
kind of thing.
just to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
the song out there and staying relevant.
Exactly,
you know?
like, I get
but
that,
at a certain point, it gets to kind of like, right.
but I suppose
It's like, I understand why you're doing it, but it's also getting to a point where it's just a little bit too much.
I get you, yeah. And it's, I suppose it is kind of riding the wave, essentially.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, it's the one thing that's keeping people kind of coming in and stuff like that, especially like with Khaki Kid's tune, and like
It's amazing what he does. Like,
He's-
he's
it's
brilliant, like, he's-
dedication,
Yeah.
consistent. I can't do it. I post my song 3 times and I don't want to hear it again. Do you know what
that's
I
it.
mean?
You get me?
Like, just give me a breather. Like, I'm too ADHD for that shit. Like, I can't focus on one thing.
I know.
You know?
It's a lot that needs to kind of go into these things as well.
But then I do end up comparing myself to these amazing artists, and I know that I shouldn't because they're on their own path and stuff. But
Yeah.
like,
it's hard
But
not
that,
to.
I see that even in the band aspect of things, when I was like we were coming through, and like there was bands like Sprints like around us who were like in the same field as us. Like we opened on the same show as Sprints, but before they were Sprints, they were called Kevin and stuff like that. But you're coming through an amazing musician. But I never, in one aspect, it was kind of like, yeah, like I am comparing myself to them, but also I'm like, there is a competitive nature to me as well, and I was always like, oh look, listen, I'm gonna go toe to toe with these. You get me? Like, so
yeah.
like it's kind of like a double-edged sword sometimes. I feel like it's you don't want to compare yourself to everybody else, but when you see other people doing it, you're like, I'm definitely there too. I'm definitely at that level, and I could do just as good a job, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
But it's difficult because like there are so many people out there that are trying to do the same thing as well. Like, and
it's a hard business, man.
We say for example with Khaki Kid, that hook is like it keeps your attention. Whereas like I know Melina. Do you know Melina Malone?
Of course, I know my
Melina.
girl Melina Malone. Hello.
We had
I love her so.
What a legend.
We had her on, and even she posted there recently on Instagram about how difficult it is.
Like,
you know. And for me, it's kind of like since I've started the podcast, and I say about everyone that we've had on, I learned of new music. So like I wouldn't have heard of Melina before we had her on. Like I've seen her, and I was like, I've been interested in that. I think Nilo shared something about her.
Yeah.
And then I've heard of yourself then, and it's kind of like people don't really. It's called pop music, I'd imagine, because it's so popular. Whereas with neo soul, like what you sing, it's a little bit more slower and it's a little bit more passionate, and maybe a lot of people just don't really.
It's definitely harder to get people hooked.
To get
because
people
there's
hooked.
no
Exactly.
real hook to it. There is a hook, but it's not the hook that people expect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a slow burn almost. Like
it's a slow burn. Every song is a journey. Do you know what I mean?
I'm so invested in it though.
Yeah.
When
Me
I
too.
watch like yourself perform, like I'm invested from like minute one, because I know it's a performance sort of thing as well. It's not just about like the music and the words and stuff. It's the whole performance.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, and I watched your RTE sessions. Phenomenal.
Oh,
like
thank you
the
so
music,
much.
everything in it was just so good. That Spanish guitar, like it's just like beautiful.
Shout out to Carlos. Oh no, it's not Carlos. Shout out to Keen. Keen actually did that. Yeah, I think Carlos.
The whole thing was phenomenal. But again, it's that like you get drawn into it and then you experience it differently, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know, like it kind of, it's not, as you were saying, it's not this one hook, it's the whole thing.
Yeah, it just depends on the type of music that you want to make. Like I'd always, like last year, I thought that I needed to make a certain type of music.
Okay.
And I kind of like forced myself, well, maybe not last year, the last 2 years, like kind of like forcing myself into positions of like making music more digestible for people, because I thought that's like kind of what I had to do. Okay. And then my demos ended up being something like completely different, because I thought, okay, well, my ideas definitely won't lure people in, so I might as well just try and make it more pop. And it just makes me like unhappy, even though I do like pop music.
You do like
of course,
it just makes me unhappy.
But your soul is in neo soul.
And exactly. And I don't like performing pop music. It doesn't make me feel
I don't want to
good.
dance.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I want to dance.
No, because I
let me dance.
I'm a diva. Like, I am a theatrical. Qbanaa is a theatrical girl. Like,
Sí.
Qbanaa, she loves.
Ay, qué rico.
Ay, qué rico. I was a theater kid, you know? I was dramatic, and like that's what I love. Like, at the moment, I'm creating this amazing music video for my next single.
Amazing.
And it's called Fruta Prohibida, and it's the forbidden fruit in Spanish.
I was gonna say the fruit of Bravia. I was gonna say
no, bro.
I knew there was fruit in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You heard the fruit too?
Yeah. Did you hear the flutes? Yeah. It's super beautiful. It's a queer love story about two women who end up falling in love with each other, but they're married to their husbands.
Ooh.
And it's a whole
That's
journey.
drama right there.
That's telenovela stuff, that is.
Telenovela, and it's only in Spanish. We got choreography, but it's a journey, and like the whole, I don't want to give too much away.
Of course. Exclusive.
Yeah, exclusive. Actually, and we're shooting it in 2 weeks.
Nice.
But, a lot of work has gone into it. But again, it's like the whole journey of the song. You need to listen to the whole song to understand it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of pop music, like what you see in the first couple seconds is what you get.
Yeah. Exactly. I think that's the difficult part of it, is you make such great music, but it's difficult to get it out to the masses, because you need to maybe, like, say for example, if we clipped up that bit and you were to say, like, to maybe release this clip as saying you need to listen to it as a story and not as a song, then it might resonate. But it's hard to put that across, because you can't be just doing podcasts every song you release.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you get me?
exactly.
So it's difficult to kind of get that little little spark, because as you said with Khaki Kid, it's just once you hear that little drum or the little burr, burr, burr,
Yeah,
burr,
yeah.
you know, you're hooked straight away. Like
I still listen to Slumped Up.
yeah.
You can catch me in the mud by Khaki Kid. It's so good. Did you watch it?
No, I
It's
missed that one.
No, you should watch it.
Okay, yeah.
I think he's on a horse or something. Like,
Oh yeah, I know.
I've seen something about a horse.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Like he's from Walkinstown. Like it's mad.
Yeah.
Like, he's from like around the corner and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Like because like I'm from Drimnagh.
Yeah.
Originally from Ringsend, but we live in Drimnagh. But like he's just around the corner, and I remember he was talking on Love of Dublin just about his day out up in the Ashleaf. I was like, the fucking Ashleaf, I love the Ashleaf. Like it's gas. But it's like he is having a purple patch, I feel like, at the moment as well. Like he's definitely paving like
Getting his
himself
flowers.
out there. Exactly, like do you get me? Which it's like there's so much happening in Dublin right now though as well. There's a lot of artists coming out here.
It's
too.
crazy. the
I
amount of
feel like
people.
it is really popping.
Yeah.
Like at the moment, like it's competitive, but it's great to see.
Yeah.
Like I find that like really, really interesting as well, that like there's just so much going on, that like there's so many ears open for all new artists and stuff like that, and everyone I feel like is getting like their moment in the sun. I feel anyway. I feel like everywhere I turn, I'm learning more about a new artist, this artist, or ones I've known before. So I just feel like it's on its way at the moment. Like I feel we're definitely upping the culture vibe.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like the best part of it as well is that like I've seen that like, okay, so there was like a period where there was one band in Dublin that everybody wanted to be like, and it was that one genre. But now people, I think like this year or even like kind of like the end of last year, like weren't afraid of like just being themselves. And like a lot of different music has come out because of it. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of different artists, like even Melina Malone, she's doing her own thing, like nobody sounds like her, and like Vatican Gel as well, like Fran, an electronic producer, you know, doing like Latino stuff, but in her own way. There's Kaylee Noble as well, doing her own thing. Like everybody sounds so unique. It's amazing.
And it's I feel like this kind of this individualism is like what's really putting Ireland on the map in the sense of music, because as you said, there might have been just one, like say, I don't know, U2 for example. Every probably band wanted to be like U2, but then people are like, fuck that sound. Let's make our own
different
sound. And there's more technology there to be able to make different sounds and make different music, and I just feel like definitely, like even like Courtesy for example, with his kind of
Courtesy.
Courtesy.
Even his style of hip hop.
Yeah.
Like you'd hear kind of notes of different genre, like different parts of hip hop, but his voice
is so
and the way he does the
unique.
It's
so unique.
But like with Dublin rappers, like you wouldn't have heard anyone doing something like that, you know. It was always trying to stay that kind of old, maybe 90s hip hop beat and rapping in an Irish accent, but then Courtesy comes on with the Irish accent, but the music behind it is so different.
It's so good,
I love what he's writing about at the moment now as well. Like I think before it was like he's still quite jokey, but I think right now like his lyricism is like
it's taking a turn.
It's deepening a little
I love
bit,
it,
you know, and I like it a lot.
I think that resonates so much more though. Everything, like
it's awesome.
even in your own right, and I'm sure like you go deep with like certain aspects of your life, and like to see that maybe reflected or getting to perform now means more to you.
Yeah, it does.
And with yourself, do you feel like you're kind of like, I know we're kind of jumping, I want to maybe go back to the start.
We got deep real quick.
Sorry, that's just like that's how my conversations go. Sorry, Whiskey. I actually would love more, please. Thank you. Do I have lipstick on me? Am I okay? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sorry, because I'm like I love fidgeting. Loads. And
So with yourself, with music, and like you're half Cuban. Am I correct?
Both of my parents are Cuban.
Both are Cuban. Sorry.
So both sides of my family are Cuban. I have some roots in Valencia.
Okay.
Oh, not Valencia. Sorry, Galicia.
Okay.
In Spain, but yeah, I was born in Dublin 1, so I lived on North Frederick Street. Lived on North Frederick Street for like 10 years. Nice. And then we got kicked out because I think they like someone bought the building. They were buying the building, so we didn't have somewhere to stay for a little bit, and then we moved very gratefully to Fingal, so like just in between Malahide.
Yeah. County Dublin.
Yeah, I say it's Malahide. I'm gonna loads of winking. How many times does Qbanaa wink during this podcast?
Get that little ding
Drink
going.
every-
Ding. Yeah, the drinking game. Oh, we're knackered.
Drink
Oh,
every
stop
time
winking.
Qbanaa wins.
And I'm guessing, obviously, then Spanish music was a thing in your house growing
Yeah,
up, yeah.
I fucking
Yeah.
love Spanish music. It's just,
yeah.
it's just the best. Like it really is. Like.
Kendrick done a little bit in GNX, didn't he, with the...
Oh yeah,
I don't want to try it.
Fabulous, like
Kendrick's new album.
Yeah, no, I haven't listened to it.
No,
though.
what? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good.
La
noche.
Did you
So
listen to Bad Bunny's new album?
No.
Do you know what?
Well, that one's a banger.
Oh,
okay.
That's a
Turn
lot
me
of
on
salsa
some Bad
music.
Bunny, okay?
Yeah.
So, like, early doors, you're listening to Spanish music and kind of... That's where the kind of the start of maybe a musical journey
Yeah, like so in the flat where we lived, my dad was like really obsessed with music, and we had a karaoke machine, and we also had like those like speakers that were like stacked. Those like what were they called? I don't know what they're called.
Speakers that were stacks.
Like they were like
a
like
CD
monitors. Yeah, like CD, but they were like all stacked at the time. You know.
Yeah.
You know, do you know?
I think I know what you're talking about, but I can
doesn't know
visualize.
it.
I can
Yeah.
visualize it, but I don't know what
Yeah,
they're
it's like the
called.
old school, like kind of
Yeah.
like speakers, and you could put like a CD
Like-
in,
yeah.
and then it would
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
rotate, and you could.
Vinyl.
Yeah, you can put more.
Not vinyl.
More. So you can
No.
put 6 CDs into one little
Oh
thing.
shit,
yeah.
that big fucking
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
no joke,
My dad
yeah.
had the same thing. as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
I don't know what they're called though.
CD player.
A CD,
CD
player.
player. A 6 CD player.
6 CD player.
And yeah, he would always put on either Amy Winehouse, Bob Marley, Bryan Adams, and
Oh,
then
so it wasn't just.
no, but
He's a
then a
music
lot of
man.
like Latino music
Okay,
as well.
yeah.
Like every day was.
Yeah.
Like from the moment that I woke up, there was always music playing.
Right,
So
yeah.
a lot of like bachata, salsa, not so much reggaeton. Like he was a very just like kind of old school
Yeah.
kind of music.
Very,
Okay.
very cool though.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what? Like, shout out mariachi as well. Like, I love
Yeah.
a good mariachi band. Like, and I'm not even joking. Like that, it's just positive music. Like,
Yeah, it just
sometimes
makes
it's
you
great.
move.
Have on in the background, and you just get the shoulders going. Like, I fucking love it, man.
But actually, you know, I was watching a lot of stuff on the impact of music on mental health.
Yeah.
And just how we behave and how we operate every
Yeah,
day. And music, like the frequencies and the words, have a lot of impact on how we feel about ourselves. So let's say if we're listening to music that is, very negative. Like let's
Yeah.
say I love an artist called Maro, and she is Portuguese, but
Okay.
she sings like, I love her so much. I can't listen to
Yeah,
her music because it's all about heartbreak. And if I listen to it, I
Then
am
you get
sad
into
for the
that.
whole
Yeah,
day.
yeah, of
I'm
course.
somebody broke my. I've been single for so long. Do you know what I mean? But somebody had broken my heart. So
Today, someone has broken my heart. Today.
after listening to this song.
Yeah.
So
she obviously makes great music then if she makes
If
you
it
feel that way.
makes you feel that
oh
way.
my god,
yeah.
it's amazing.
You
She
have
makes.
to put her on to us.
I will.
Yeah.
She played in the Eurovision a couple of years ago a song called Saudade,
Okay.
which is basically, I think it's like a Portuguese, like a metaphor in Portuguese for like being nostalgic but like missing somebody
Wow.
at the same
Okay,
time.
Lovely.
Yeah, and oh my god, she's beautiful. But I can't listen to her. But anyways, the studies kind of had shown that like the words that you listen to and the music that you listen to and the pace and even like the frequencies
Yeah.
really impact how you behave throughout your day. And I think
course.
like Latino music is very upbeat.
Yeah, yeah,
very,
yeah.
you know.
Vibrant. It
Yeah,
offers
for the most
a lot.
part. Anyways,
Yeah.
there's some like very like there's like
course.
lamentos and blah blah blah. But
Stick on the Gypsy Kings. You get this fella up on the table. You will.
But usually, like, I listen to Latino music and I'm like, I'm ready. I can't help myself. I have to
I
start
know.
dancing,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
So I think, like, Latino music is very positive. Very positive.
I
for people's
definitely
lives.
agree. Like, I think it's like I love it. Like, if I just have it on in the background of the house when I'm cooking or something like that, great.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
just like it puts you in a whole different vibe. Like you're listening to some peculiar stuff at the moment. You were just showing us
Yeah.
some screamo, I believe you were
I
saying.
used to listen to Screamo when I was
Yeah.
like 13. But it's impressive.
sort of
It's actually really hard to do Scream, you know?
Yeah. What sort of
Yeah.
headspace are you in? Yeah, we got a thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Does it make
Producer
you
Carol.
feel Actually, sorry. Does it make you feel happy, like when you listen to screamo music, or does it make you feel?
Should I move a microphone here, or do you want to come over and say?
It gives me an energy.
It gives
Okay.
you energy.
And I can't really describe. That's why I don't have a mic in front of me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But it's not positive or negative. It's just, yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
It gives you
pushes me
something.
forward. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. But it's a very energetic type of music. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's not like you wouldn't feel sleepy
Oh, jeez. no.
after listening to screamo.
No, that
You
would be a
know?
problem.
Yeah, I do you know what?
What a lullaby.
So speaking on that, I have noticed if I wake up on a day, it will impact it. Like, just say I wake up in a bad mood, I will maybe go to like a slower kind of song, or if I'm feeling down on myself, I might listen to something to match
Exactly.
me mood rather than try and pick myself
Yeah,
up.
like I
So
get.
you need to go through your emotions sometimes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, it's actually really good to wake up and listen to instrumental music with no lyrics.
Oh,
That's
really?
actually really
Yeah,
good.
it's actually recommended.
I do
Bit
actually enjoy
Beethoven.
that. Yeah, classical, classic
yeah.
FM. Like it's always really good. But I get what you just kind of touched on there is like sometimes I might be feeling a little melancholic, Sorry,
Yeah.
melancholic, and like I'll try and be like in a positive mood, right? So I'll listen to songs that I feel like get me up, but every now and then I'll purposely put on a song that
Some
I
sad
know
song.
hits me in.
That you're gonna cry.
No, not that you're gonna
Oh,
cry.
sorry. I have some of them songs.
No, we all have those songs. Like,
do.
I swear to
do.
God, like if you put on certain songs, some
If
songs
I need to
might-
cry, I have a song that I go to.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's 1973
No, it's
with
not
James Blunt.
1973.
No, but like
That's such a good song.
that's
Thank you.
this man
I
at a karaoke
bar
will fucking
that-
get
oh.
up, and that's the
love
only
that
thing
whole
that you.
album.
It's a great album, but like I'll put on a song I don't know that might remind me of my granddad or something like that, and you just for a second you get it in the feels, and then it's like okay, move on.
Yeah.
I do that to myself, but it's kind of like you feel better after for just like you're not totally like suppressing a feeling.
Yeah.
You're touching on it, but you kind of know, oh, move on now with
It's
the
a
next one or
vessel.
something. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
you're allowing it like to kind of come through you in a way, but you're not like pushing it to one side. Do you get me? You're
Yeah.
acknowledging it, but also you're kind of just still going about your day.
Mm-hmm.
So it is. I
It is
do,
interesting, yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm definitely like I think that's so super interesting actually.
It's a great way of like releasing emotions. Like when
Exactly.
when I write music, I'm trying to write happier things now because I'm actually
I am happy, folks.
I am happy. I swear to God, I am happy.
I swear to God, right now.
I swear to God, right now, I didn't cry this morning.
Oh no! When you lost your Vivian Westwood glasses.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was
Running around
glasses.
JD just like aye.
Yeah, no, I think I've been trying to write a lot of more happier music. Just because I know the impact of music and what it has
Course,
on
yeah.
people.
Of
And I
course.
think something that I've realized with my music and like what I want to do in life is just to really like help people and like heal people and make them feel good. Do you
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
But also like, let's say my song Demons in the Liffey, it's like...
Which is
Amazing,
Can
by
I
the
just
way.
say,
Thank
it's
you.
phenomenal.
It's
Like,
a love song to my
it's
mother,
so
you know.
good.
See,
It's
that's I
so
was gonna go
good.
into that song later because I wanted to ask you about because it's the.
Do you guys want to
phenomenal.
go with the script? Sorry, I keep
No,
going
you're
off
okay.
the
No, you're
script.
okay.
No, like that's just like
No,
a
they're just
touch-
talking
They're
points.
just talking points.
We
Okay.
can go any which way, but I was
You
gonna
can talk
ask-
about anything.
gonna
We'll
go-
follow you, whatever
yeah.
you want to do. Like,
I was
follow
gonna
you down a
ask
rabbit hole.
with Demons and Liffey, like because the video of it, I was watching it and I was kind of like, has your mother passed or what was the kind of the relationship? And I was like, because I kind of feel like it was like you were trying to speak to her without speaking to her.
Yeah.
It was really
Saying
it's
what
such a
can't be
beautiful
said or
yeah.
something like
And
that's the vibe I took away from
What was
it too.
what was kind of the because that's been your latest song that you've released, is it? Am I right in saying that?
I released one song after that.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
But that one was kind of more low key.
Yeah.
Demons in the Liffey. It was a difficult song
Yeah.
to perform,
Right.
to write,
Yeah.
because every time, like when I first picked up that guitar and I wrote that song, I was in my room in Deptford in London, Southeast London, after I had moved away from my mum because we had a very complicated past.
Okay,
And God bless, like when you think of yourself now, like I'm 27 now, and like thinking that my mother had me when she was 27 and how many
perspective, innit?
mistakes
Yeah.
like she
Yeah.
had made, like
yeah.
you do your best to try and forgive. You know
Course,
what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I could not have a child now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the way that my mom kind of had her life and the relationship that she was in, and both of them, like, they really, really struggled, you know, being
Yeah.
two people that moved for a better life, didn't have any of the language, and, you know, but they could have done a lot of stuff that you know, they
Yeah.
could have gone to therapy, they could have
Yeah, yeah.
learned how to regulate their emotions. Maybe it would have given me a better life, and I didn't have a very nice childhood, which is
Okay.
okay. Not everybody does.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like she got sick for a while, and I took care of her because she is my mother, she is my blood.
Yeah.
And even if she hurt me, I will still take care of her. But I took care of her for like 2 years, and once I saw that she was better, I was like, okay, I need to think for myself now.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I need to live life for me and figure out who I am, you
yeah.
know, and be selfish for a little
Yeah.
bit. And she didn't want to accept that, you
Yeah.
know, and I was getting like 30 missed calls a day, you know, like, just, why don't you come home, blah, blah, blah. So it was really affecting my mental health, and I had the conversation with her a couple of times. This, like, she knows this, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? She
yeah.
knows I'm open about this.
Of course, yeah.
And yeah, like, she wouldn't accept it, so I had the conversation with her. I was like, look, I'm gonna have to block you for a couple of months.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was no man could break my heart the way that did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
You
course.
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Any heartbreak that I go through now, I'm
Yeah.
like, that's
no water off a
fine.
duck's
arse,
That's
yeah,
yeah,
nothing, you know?
Yeah.
Of course.
And after the 3-4 months, like, we started talking again, but it was during those 3 months that I wrote that song, and I was in my
Wow.
room, and I
Because you
couldn't...
can definitely feel that there's
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
there.
Because,
and
you
the
know, when you're
video
trying
and
to
stuff.
talk to somebody,
Yeah,
and
and they just-
like, they just can't hear you.
Yeah, yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
matter what language, how you word it, how you speak to them. You could change the way that, like, you approach them. You could change your tone, everything. You could I studied psychology to try and understand her. I
Right,
did it
yeah,
in college, and it still wasn't enough. And I was like, okay, at
Yeah.
one point, maybe distance is better. And
Yeah.
that's what that whole song was about.
Okay, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So, yeah.
See, and I agree with you, what you say as well, because I've gotten, like, I'm 31 now, and I've gotten to a point where I'm like, I'm doing everything for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I need to
For
cut
yourself.
off people that I need to cut off, that I
It's
in
so
the past
brilliant.
would have stuck by, or,
Yeah.
you know, like, but I will now say, if I give you something, like, to help you out, or I'm there for you, or and it's not reversed,
Not
or
reciprocated
yeah,
even.
then I'm kind of like, okay, that's okay,
Yeah.
but don't ask me for that again.
Yeah.
And then don't get upset with me when I don't give you
When you don't show up.
anything.
Or at least appreciate
yeah,
it.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So, and like, I understand, I can kind of relate to it as well, because my father was locked up for my whole youth as well. Like, we've had him on the podcast, so again, it's
Yeah,
out in the open, like.
Mm.
But I understand where you're coming from, because I put myself in his shoes when he was making all his mistakes, when he was a young man selling drugs and doing what he was doing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and looking at my life and thinking, like, I can't say he's wrong, because I've done not everything that he's done. He was a heroin addict, he was selling drugs,
Yeah.
like,
But you've had your own
I've had my own
experiences
experiences
and things
in
like that.
life and doing
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And by
yeah.
the way, not just you, like
No, everyone, yeah.
Everyone.
of
It's
course,
very-
yeah,
yeah, exactly, like-
No, I'm very
Yeah.
open about it. It's not a big deal. Like,
yeah.
but I do get, I think the difference maybe with me was that my dad actually gave me space instead of trying to, because he knew he was wrong.
Yeah.
And I think maybe with the over your mom calling you too much, it was kind of
Yeah.
like, I just need some space.
I just need to.
It was opposite. It was maybe opposite.
Opposite,
ends.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
get me? Like, so you got the space, whereas you had to enforce the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is very commendable for you at 27, like, to,
It is,
to do
like-
that, because
Oh, thank
And for
you.
being so open about
Yeah.
it now, like, and like even discussing it with ourselves, like, it's like it takes a lot. Like, so we do, like, you know, appreciate, like, you
Yeah.
know, your openness with that. Like, that's amazing. Like,
but
Yeah.
I
sorry,
feel
but-
I feel openness is the way of life. Is if you're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
being, if you, I said it, we had Mark Donnelly on from How's Your Head. He's a mental health advocate, and I was saying to him, if you're not telling the truth, if you're holding on to lies, then the lie is just gonna keep eating away at you in your head.
just spirals.
But if
in
you're
your own
out
head.
straight and honest and truthful, then you've nothing to hide.
Nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So you can be yourself,
Yeah.
and then being yourself is what's gonna make you happy. That's what I
Exactly.
think, anyway.
Feeling like you're holding a lie in is like,
Yeah.
though, like, it will eat you alive. It will
Eat you
kill.
alive.
It will kill you.
Yeah.
Like, it will. And I think it's so important to live your life as honestly as possible, you know, and he's so much easier said than done because especially as artists as well, everything has to be, hi guys,
Hi.
so
You don't see behind the
well.
smile.
You
Just
know?
on that particular song, how is that now for you, like performing that now?
So I actually went to vocal coaching for that
Right,
song because I couldn't perform it.
Really?
Like even now I can feel my emotions coming up, but I know
Joe,
how to
I was looking
regulate
at
it.
you and I was
I
like,
was
is she
seeing
getting
it
it
too,
there?
Yeah.
And
But
that's what I
I've
didn't want to I didn't want to interject or press or anything like that, but
No, you know,
but like,
I've learned.
but this realness is like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
we're
you
all
don't get
about
a
it.
lot
Like,
of
and
it,
do you know
yeah.
what? Just to say, just making when we do a podcast and stuff like that, being as real, we always try and make a safe space. I think
course,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
we
yeah.
want to do here as well. Like. And to have like if emotions come up, like we've been emotional like on this thing before, talking about our lives and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a safe space. So like,
But
we're
the
here, we're
relationship-
with you, like you get
Yeah.
me.
Thank you so much. That's really nice.
Like, we're
but I
here.
think like the relationship with your mother is something that is so vital.
Yeah.
You know, like we come from our mother. You
Yeah,
know, we
yeah,
are built
yeah.
inside of our
Yeah.
mothers. So to be rejected by your mother, to not feel heard by your mother, is not something that is taboo. Because like I've had a lot of people reach out to me being like, hey, like, you know, this song really has helped me figure out my own emotions.
Right, yeah.
And that means more to me than anything.
course,
so
that
I can talk
resonates.
openly then
Yeah.
and it helps someone then like whatever, that's why I'm
Absolutely,
here.
yeah.
But yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
No, I'm just saying
No,
like
it's
that
just-
resonates so much deeper. You know,
Yeah.
like and people like
And
as
like
I said, come to you
I
with
love
that thing.
I love this went out and people listened and
Yeah.
heard and then went back. Like I know now because as I said when I first listened to it and I first watched it, I was wondering had your mother passed and that was why you wrote
Yeah.
it, or what was like I wasn't because there's all the old videos of you as a child and your mother there, and I was like, is this an ode to your mother or is it something else? And now that I'm kind of sitting here talking to you, I can feel the emotion. I'll go back and listen to it and I'll be like,
It has a new
it'll make a
experience
lot
for
more
you.
sense
And for
now.
me, it's like you'll watch it with a new set of eyes.
Exactly, yeah.
And then
yeah.
you understand more.
Yeah.
You know, like it's fascinating in a way. Like
So I'm glad we got through this
Yeah.
talk because I was dying to know because
Yeah.
I literally only listened to it today because whenever we have anyone on I'll go over a
you
few
deep
bits
dive into things. Like
and I do remember because I actually wanted to say it was Mick from Mick and Kev that put us on to you
D12.
D12 Incorporated
Yeah, shout out to my boys. I love them so much. You know, Mick was my first ever producer.
So Mick actually put us
Nice.
on to you.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh.
Way
we
back.
had Mick and Kev on the podcast
God,
when they were dropping
fucking
Custard Cream
October-
Dreams.
October last
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
And I wanted to give a shout
Shout
out
out,
if he's
boys.
listening or if he's watching.
Yeah, and Kev as well. He
Yeah,
took my
Cadillac
first.
Kev, yeah.
He took my first pictures. He's an amazing photographer.
Yeah, yeah.
Cadillac.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were
No,
saying.
you're okay. So no, that's what I was saying. When I was listening to it, and that's what I was wanted to shout out Mick because he was the one that put us on to it, and I was like, because he put us on to it, and we've been kind of back and forth for a while, and we see the music being released. It's like I'm so happy now, like that
Yeah.
we get to listen to the music because it's something that I wouldn't have. No disrespect, that I wouldn't have listened to it because maybe I wouldn't have heard of you. Or,
Yeah, that's
you know,
like totally cool.
and that's the what we're trying to do with the podcast. But in sense of like with music and when you kind of started it, because we got going on different wavelengths here.
We're all over that thing, but
So-
you know what? It's
okay,
great.
welcome
When-
to my
We're all in
brain.
this together.
Welcome
Hands
to
in,
my
hands
life.
in. We're all in this together.
when did you start kind of thinking music was a thing for you? Because I know growing up, everyone maybe wants to be a footballer or a musician, you know. But when did music kind of start becoming something that you are looking at as what you wanted to do with your life?
Oh my gosh. So
What's a deep one, Ryan?
That's another deep one.
I gotta
Let me
think
go
Now
back.
I'm really gonna cry. No, I'm joking.
Oh no.
No, I'm joking. So yeah, like you said, like growing up, I wanted to be a mermaid because
Nice. My 3-year-old
Same-
daughter currently
same
wants
as
to be
me.
a mermaid.
shout out to Ariel, the best singer alive. You know, I wanted to be Ariel.
She's so much better than me.
She put you to shame
I know.
right
I
there.
can't sing. I was the guitarist, okay? I didn't sing in the band. Fuck.
Yeah, so basically growing up I wanted to be a singer like all my life. I wanted to be on the X Factor.
Nice.
Didn't we
You
all?
know, I even went to Britain's Got Talent and auditioned.
Did you?
Yeah, I auditioned when I was 10.
Who did you audition for? Who was like the judges?
Oh no, because you had to go to this pre-thing before
Oh
you get
shit! I
asked.
thought like you know,
Yeah.
No, not everyone
the big
gets to
wigs
see
were
the
there.
judges.
Like,
Yeah,
oh
to see the
no!
judges. Yeah, and I had an Irish passport at the time, so when I got
Legit.
to the place,
They were
they
like,
asked.
nah.
They asked for the Irish passport because I didn't. We lied.
Oh, okay.
So basically, we lied.
No, not me.
Lee
My,
Coyle over here. From,
my mother wanted me to be on it so bad that she
Okay,
lied.
yeah.
Okay, and I went along with it. I was
God damn
10.
it, Mom.
You know.
I was 10, man.
Yeah, so kind of like forgot about that dream. I always did like musical theater and like dancing, and I always like competed in schools, in my school and stuff. But then, like, obviously, like, being in secondary school, people are mean, and I was a big emo kid. I listened to
Yes, respect.
You know,
Yes.
like, I had, like, I pierced my septum by myself when I was 12.
I
had
didn't
big
do
black
that. I just had the
hair.
long hair to the side and was like, oh, everyone, I hate you.
Oh, I was so bad. I was smoking.
Maybe that's where my judgment came from. Like,
Absolutely.
I think, yeah.
Projection. No, I'm joking. Sorry, I've had too much whiskey.
Cracker.
No,
That's so good.
Yeah, no, I was a big emo kid, and look, I got bullied a lot, so I left it, and then I thought I wanted to be a yoga teacher, which now I am currently. I got my degree or my diploma. I've been studying it for 10 years, but then I went to study psychology after my mom got sick, and I just kind of like left music in the back as something that I could never do because I never went to school for it. We never had money, or my mom was a single mom because she had to leave my dad, and she never had the time to bring me to Billy Barry, which was my dream.
I'm so glad you just brought it.
No, maybe you guys. Really? You did. Billy
hang on.
Barry? I'm so fucking jealous.
Wait
of
a
you.
minute. I was just with his grandmother
picture.
earlier. I'm going to,
He
right?
showed me the
I'm going
picture.
to, right? Hey, I did not know this up until Ryan said it to me earlier that he was in the Billy Barrys.
That's
and I was like,
so fucking
I'm
fabulous.
sorry.
Sorry, that's
Someone
fabulous.
not telling me that my hair
Just stop
is
being
all
so
over the
egotistical
gaff.
about your poxy
My
hair.
hair's all over
You
the
have
gaff.
some,
No,
I
it's
don't.
not. It's lovely. Oh my
Look at that
gosh.
Show the
Can we
camera.
just see?
That is so cute.
Can we see? Do you need me to turn this? There's Ryan's headshot from the Billy Barrys. Like, he was an actor. Like, yeah,
I was in Whitefriars Street
She
Church
was a
as
star.
well.
he was a star, baby. But yeah,
I was in Whitefriars Street.
I
as
can't
well.
believe that
I
you
can't
just
remember.
brought that up because we were just
We're
literally
literally
discussing this
talking
about half an
earlier,
hour ago.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's
we
so
went
Because
down.
I didn't believe it. Like,
My ma dropped down to see the baby up in the house, and I dropped her home and I collected Rob on the way back, and
Yeah.
we're in my ma's house with my nanny,
Yeah.
and we were talking.
we're showing
about
photos of my new baby, and then it was like, oh, Ryan. I don't know how we got to
Look
Ryan
at Ryan
being
when
in
he
the
was in
Billy
Billy
Barrys. I was
Barry,
like, what? What is this? He was in drama? Yeah.
But like you,
Bananas.
my dream died from school because the boys just gave me too much stick.
The boys
Too much
get
stick, you know.
I love
Tom Hanks over here.
But you loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah, I love that though. Oh, you should have
Drama's
followed your
great.
dream.
Like yeah.
But now do you know what I say to my daughter now? She's 3.
Yeah.
Well, just push her then.
She's
Exactly.
3. She's gonna be she's gonna live out
Be a
magic.
star.
It's gonna be a star.
I'm gonna project all my insecurities on
Yeah.
the child. You're gonna be a drama queen.
I don't want to be.
Get
I
up
just
there,
want to play
Lily.
basketball.
Sports are for chumps.
Who's gonna pay for the bills? Hollywood kid.
Hollywood, yeah. Just start writing IOUs to Hollywood.
So good. How did we get here? Sorry,
know.
Billy
Sorry.
Barry.
Sorry,
Billy
yeah.
Barry.
Where was I?
So
My
you
brain.
were putting music to the back because of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was doing my degree in psychology, and basically I was seeing somebody that we were living together, and then we parted ways. But he was studying sound engineering, and I was studying psychology. And I used to get really like jealous when he'd go to the studio,
Right,
but not
yeah.
because like he was seeing girls or anything like that. I was like,
doing the music.
he was like, I was like, why does he get to go into the studio?
How
And
can he?
how can
this?
No, he's amazing. Like
Yeah.
he's such a talented guy. But I was like, why does he get? Why doesn't he invite me? Like I want to go. I never was took.
You want to hear this song, John? Oh, look what I can
Just
do.
walking around the apartment singing songs,
Yeah.
looking at
Oh.
him.
I was like, is he gonna invite me? You
Oh,
know.
it sounded really good there.
Yeah, it
Didn't you
sounded
think?
really
Did you hear
good
that
there.
echo? Did you hear that reverb in the house?
Maybe we should record it. You know.
Is that where that would sound really good? The studio.
The studio jam.
Literally. Yeah, that's basically what I was like. And he was like, fuck off.
I feel like we're gonna. Listen, fuck off.
Literally. No, actually, that's such a lie because I ended up studying, and then he wanted to study psychology and I wanted to study music.
right.
So-
Okay.
So he put on a wig and went into your
So
psychology.
exactly,
Yeah, and then you went the
then
other
we
direction.
switched, and then we said no, we didn't
Kind of a
do
Freaky
that.
Friday kind of thing going on.
I'm Lindsay Lohan, okay?
I'm mom.
A literal like
Jamie Lee
Freaky
Curtis.
Friday. We wanted to do different careers, and on Christmas he actually gifted me like the Scarlet 2i2 kind of singer starter pack.
Yeah.
You don't know what that is.
Sorry.
He goes, yeah, and I was like, what is it?
I do that all the time. It's okay. Basically,
What is it?
Thank God.
it's just an interface, right?
Oh, nice.
And-
I know
and
what
I'm
interface is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's an interface with a microphone and like just whatever you need to like plug into a laptop to record your music,
Okay,
right?
There you go.
So that's what he got me, and I swear to God, I cried for 2 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, my mother
And the
was
gift?
at like
the
on
gift.
Christmas.
At the
Yeah, I
end of
cried.
the
I
year.
couldn't stop crying. Like I'm a very emotional person. Like I'm
Okay.
very sensitive.
Yeah.
And I try not to cry, but when I do, like I won't stop.
Yeah.
And then I have to take a nap.
That's just what happens.
It's just what
I'm the
happens.
same. Once I
You're my
start crying.
3-year-old daughter.
No, for real. Like, even if I cry a little bit, I have to nap. And then so COVID hit, and yeah, we parted ways anyways. He's doing amazing in psychology, and I was finishing my thesis. And I just started posting covers. And then Miko found me through Instagram because I had posted a cover of Erykah Badu On and On.
Right,
One of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, do you want to feature on this track with Absentee?
Oh,
Sick.
Mitchell.
Yeah,
He walked in
with
Top Man
me.
with us. Yeah.
So I actually
Did you work
featured
with
on 2
Mitchell?
of his songs.
Briefly, I think.
Okay.
In and out.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
featured on 2 of his songs. And then Peter
So it's mad. I
Curtin,
should have
yeah.
seen you before. Like I must have
Oh,
heard you before
definitely.
then because
Yeah.
like I would have listened to all of Mitch's songs.
Yeah, I was
'Cause
on
I-
2 of them.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, nice.
Blue Skies and
Yeah.
New Day, which is like such a throwback. Because I didn't think I was a musician. I was just like, oh, these guys think I'm cool.
Right.
That's cool. Let me just do it, and then maybe that's it, and just keep on posting it for fun and be a psychologist.
Yeah.
I was gonna study neuropsychology and neuroscience because that's like what I loved.
Right.
And then Peter Curtin from RTE2FM, he
Okay.
like reached out to me and he was like, "Hey, where's your music?" And I was like,
Well, Peter,
"Huh?
let me get on this, Peter.
What? My music?"
Okay.
Or RTE2XM. Sorry, RTE2XM. And then from there, I was just like, I'm a big believer in going with the flow.
Yeah,
and if
absolutely,
something
yeah.
is just
Head
happening
force, no
for you,
armbands.
you know what I
What's
mean?
for you won't
That's
pass you
fine.
by.
I was applying for like psychology jobs, and it's really hard for a psychologist to get
Yeah.
any placement, even after a master's. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, music is working, so
So go with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like
Nice.
that's crazy though, isn't
Sorry,
it?
it's a really long story.
No, that was a
that's
great
exactly
story.
what we're here for.
That's what the microphones are here for.
Yeah.
And in that time, then you've started in what's it? Love. What's the thing you do every month? The love juice, not love juice.
Love juice.
Soul juice.
Soul juice.
Oh
Sorry,
my
soul juice.
gosh.
Love juice.
Love juice. It is a bit of love juice.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, my
Hey.
bad.
Actually, for Valentine's.
Yeah, it's gonna be love juice. Yeah.
We're in May.
Yeah.
Valentine's next year. Sorry, yeah.
Well, no.
Sorry, I got mixed up with 2 different things. My
You got love
apologies.
juice on the man. Do you want more whiskey?
I think the whiskey's hit me.
I know.
That's it, me too.
This is when it gets unhinged. And
Yeah.
Kids in
all
drive
right.
tonight.
It's already getting unhinged.
Oh, I know, I
like.
love it.
Soul juice. Yeah.
in the Sugar Club.
It's in the Sugar
Yeah,
Club.
yeah.
Yeah. I actually had a meeting with some people today about potentially relaunching.
Nice.
Because I took a break from it.
Yeah.
I started it in Dashi with a girl called Shun, who was my manager at the time. I had this idea and I was like,
Let's do it.
let's fucking
go
do
with
it.
it.
Let's
Yeah.
try. And it just got really popular
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it was just a way for like people like me who are a little bit like wouldn't really go out out
yeah.
of their own will unless it's like something to do with music
Yeah,
or
of
you
course.
know like that's not clubbing, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can still have a pint, but like you're
Yeah.
going there to make music.
Yeah. And it's a great concept to it.
It's a really good concept.
Yeah, basically, like, I don't know, people, you guys know the
Yeah,
concept,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Tell the audience.
Okay, I'll tell the audience. Sorry, hi. I forgot that there was a camera here, and I'm like, no, like my face is like literally here. Sorry. Okay, so basically the concept is, so it's a jam night where we provide a backline. So we have like the microphones, we have a keyboard, we have
Bass drums.
We don't have a bass, but we have the DI, we have
Okay.
the amp. You just bring
Yeah.
your own breakables. So you
Okay.
bring your
Nice.
own drumsticks.
Sticks and stuff.
You bring your own guitar and your own bass. Well, people like end up sharing anyways.
Course,
and
yeah.
like
But-
passing it through the crowd. It's so
Yeah.
funny. And yeah, so we provide like the backline,
basics.
the basics, and we
Yeah.
have a sound engineer. We have like somebody at the door, and basically people come in. I might have like one or two opening acts, like upcoming artists or established artists, like doing like an acoustic-y
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
set. And then we have like a house band opening up an improvised jam.
Nice.
And it is touched on jazz, but it is infused with all different genres.
Yeah.
My favorite one was the hip hop night, because hip hop and jazz like
Just
literally,
goes on.
they're
and
like
on, yeah.
they're like this.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
the samples from hip hop are from
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
yeah.
Like,
But yeah, basically people come in.
But anyone
and
can come in and just jump up and
Anybody
do
there.
it.
there.
You know,
Slap that bass if you have one.
exactly. You just sign up your name, and then every 15 minutes, like people just switch instruments,
Yeah.
and you never know what you're making, and there's no objective. You're not recording the song.
Just full
there's
flow.
No genre,
It's just
there's no
flow,
yeah.
you know, and
Do as
like
you please.
do as you please. You can practice.
Within reason, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. If people, there's been times where people get a little bit too like there's a lot of
Just
ego.
get off the instrument there,
Yeah,
Greg.
No, but they're on it for like half an hour, like
Yeah, I
you know
know.
what I mean, and like
Share it out.
Yeah.
share it out kind of thing.
It's just
but
in the zone.
for the most part, it is amazing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a cool concept as well, because there's not a lot of places that
do that.
Do that, yeah.
Exactly.
Like
Like,
it'd be just gigs where there's one genre and it's like a band, and like what you would have used to do in the past,
yeah, exactly.
like
yeah.
opening for people or whatever. But with that, it's kind of like you just don't know what you're gonna get,
Yeah.
which is really fucking
And
cool.
sometimes it's really shit, but
Well,
sometimes it's really
well,
good.
you gotta-
But that's
though.
part of jamming.
Of
Exactly,
course, yeah.
You gotta wade
Sometimes-
through the shit to get to the diamonds.
Hey.
Part of writing, you know.
Yeah,
Every
exactly
time you
right.
write, you need to open the tap and let the shit flow through, and then
Exactly,
something good will happen.
Something good comes out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I love that concept, and like we don't do like enough of that. I don't think there's not that sort of
There's no
atmosphere
spaces
out there.
anymore.
Exactly, there's nothing out there to be
Fucking-
even getting involved in
And
stuff
that's
like
part
that.
of the reason maybe why it's so difficult. Like I'm not an artist, but it's so difficult for artists to make a name for themselves because there's no spaces for
The
them to go
venues
and do
are just
anything.
not there. Yeah, man.
But also when there is, because of the cost of living and because of how little artists actually get paid,
Yeah,
they
that's
are
what Kaylee was saying. Yeah,
quite reluctant to buying tickets.
yeah.
Because
And it even scares promoters as well to try and do something new because the cost of how much it is to rent the venue and rent the equipment, and if you don't sell the tickets, then you're gonna lose out on money.
Then you're
yeah.
like constantly like going backwards and stuff. Like it is a lot. Like there's so much pressure on artists. There really is. Like and like we were talking about it. I think it was with Kaylee or Melina. And it's the whole effort of them going into as well in putting like all that into your artwork, your single, let's say, like that's what you're releasing and stuff like that. And like the way record labels or they want you to kind of do is to have it drop every 4 weeks, a single or something like that, to kind of keep things
Not
ticking.
me.
Yeah, exactly. But it's
Not
like
me.
I honestly think that like having that, there's so much effort that has to go involved in that. And then sometimes, like from my own perspective, we'll put out a single. It'd be great for the first 2 weeks, and then you have to push it hard. Do you get me? Like you have to get behind it. Then you have to drop another one. And then when you've dropped them all, people come to you and be like, "Well, where's the rest?" And it's like, "Hang on, I've spent
all
like
we got."
4 fucking grand on these.
Yeah.
Give me another 4 grand. I'll go fucking make it again." Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like it's just a hamster wheel almost.
Yeah.
Like so I can see like it can get quite tiresome for like artists to like go full like into it. Like
Oh my gosh. And like the music video that I'm making now, like, you know, the way people say long form content is dead.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that. I was a YouTube girly growing up, and I will be a YouTube girly until I
doing it
die.
right now.
Oh my god! Thank God.
You know what I mean? I
Right
think it's
now,
so
of course,
important
yeah.
for
Yeah,
people
yeah.
to pay attention for a long time. Like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
art. What you're doing now is art. But yeah, like I had like a couple like chats with people, and they're like, "Why don't you just make a visualizer?" Like, I don't want to.
No me gusta.
No me gusta. Like, it depends on the
I know
song.
various Spanish words. That's
No,
it. Though.
así mismo es que no me gusta, no lo voy a hacer.
Sí, estoy
know?
muy cansado.
Estoy muy cansada.
Biblioteca.
Estoy muy feliz.
Biblioteca. Que se lea una biblioteca.
I love the language. I love Spanish as well.
No.
It flows so well, doesn't
It's
it?
so great. Like, do you curse a lot in Spanish? Would you like if something like fucking winds you up? Would you immediately go to like
Biblioteca.
I knew that was a curse word,
Do you know what
Mom.
that means?
Library.
library?
Yeah.
come on.
Okay.
We know shit.
I know
Yeah,
that
no,
we-
I do. I curse in
Yeah, of
Spanish.
course.
What's your
you have
favorite
to.
curse word in Spanish?
If she courses in English, she's going to course in Spanish.
Well,
Come
in
on.
Cuba, we have something, Edward, it's called binga.
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 It's really bad.
Oh,
Dick, is it?
It's really, yeah. Okay.
okay, binga.
Okay.
See, I've done Duolingo.
I don't think Duolingo.
I don't think it's coming up. As I said,
I know where you,
Cuban
I know where you know
dialect.
it. I know where you know it from, you dirty little dog.
from my Argentinian friend Juanito. Hola Juanito, ¿qué pasó? Estoy muy bien.
Ay, Dios mío.
Hasta mañana. I told you, he says things in Spanish. You pick
What
up a few
else would
things.
I say? I don't know.
Sorry, I feel like we're going off course again. Let's get back on
Let's go
serious.
back.
Yeah. What we talking about?
I think. Look, we'd love to fucking sit here and chat with you all day, but we do have to
Oh,
have
don't
a certain
do it.
amount of time.
Don't do it, Ryan. Don't wrap it.
Per our sponsors, Dublin Whiskey asks us to ask all of our guests that come on, what does live the moment mean to you? It's a tough one.
It's
but
a tough one. It's a heavy one.
Okay, so live the moment. Live the moment has been something that maybe I had struggled with, especially in the last year, but I've learned how to manage that. I think I lived my life, when I started doing music, everything kind of happened. I might not have like millions of streams, but a lot of things have happened, and I've done a lot of things, and it's been go that I felt like all these beautiful things were happening, and I wasn't really being grateful towards them. And I was always thinking, well, what's next?
Yeah.
What's next? And it made me feel really unhappy.
Yeah.
I was doing the Late Show, and I still felt like I wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? Because I never took a second to be like, hey, I'm here.
I'm here.
Can I just say, that was an amazing performance.
Thank you.
No, I'm not even joking. That was like, fucking no. It was like, it's the Spanish song.
Yeah, Mundo en mis manos. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Sorry, go on.
Thank
Go on.
you.
Thanks, so good.
Yeah, shout out to Owen Gavin for styling me, and to Alex for the makeup and the whole band, because I wouldn't be as fabulous without the whole team. But yeah, so basically, I went to Indonesia, and as cringy or cliche as it sounds, I did find myself.
No, that's it. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Laugh at me if you want,
No.
but like
No.
that's
Never.
If I'm being honest, like I feel like I wish I had it, because I moved into. Oh, now we're going off track again. I moved into my house when I was 21, and I've been there since, and I've never really travelled and found like. And I was talking to a few people that went to like Colombia and done ayahuasca and stuff like that.
yeah.
And like even if they go to Indonesia or just travel by themselves like that they find themselves and kind of find a purpose. So I do kind of miss. Well, not that I've missed the boat. I've a lot of time to do it, but I do get what you mean by like I'm not. I wouldn't laugh at you for thinking that, because
thank you.
it's definitely
I
something
wouldn't hear
that.
no laughs around here.
Yeah,
for that, like.
as you said, it might be cliche, but it is like people say it because it happens.
Because it happens,
Exactly.
right?
Like, yeah,
it's cliche
like,
because
not
it
a-
works.
Because it's true,
it's a
you
thing,
know.
like.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was walking down the road in Bali before I left to go to Indonesia, to Lombok, to another island, because Bali was too busy for me, too much tourism at the moment. But there was this one book that I found there, and it was called The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer, and it changed my whole life, because even then, after doing my yoga teacher training, I felt like I came out of this kind of like resort where like I didn't see anybody, and all I did was yoga from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday for 3 weeks. And then I went into the real life and I was like, oh, my brain is going into the future again. I just want to be here, you know? And it taught me a lot about like how to center myself. And I think now to live, what was it saying? Live in the moment is to just really take a breath whenever you are doing something. Like take a big inhale and exhale and really feel like, what does this seat feel like?
Being present.
You know, just being present and just trying to feel what it actually feels like in this second,
that moment.
you know? I think that's
because I do think we take it for granted sometimes.
We really do.
We do.
Yeah, like,
everybody does. In whatever
moments
profession that
become
they are.
memories.
Exactly, and they slip away so quickly. The one thing I would say as well, you touched on there, when like you're always kind of thinking ahead when you're kind of, you know, doing like your music and stuff like that. Absolutely feel the same as well. Sometimes when I'd finish a gig, sorry, excuse me, I'm choking on my thing here. Like where you finish a gig, so I wouldn't be even thinking about what was happening then and there. I'd be like, my mind's already on the next show, which is like next week and stuff. What have I got to prepare for that? And people are coming up saying, oh, what a great show, this, that and the other. And I was already like, this door's closed, I'm gone. You're standing too close to the elephant sometimes. You need to back up and see the whole picture and just be like, okay, take this in, because it won't be here. It'll be gone in an instant. This random person coming up and saying, well done, that was a really good set, I like that song. Appreciate that. Do you know what I mean? It's a moment, and as I said, time slips, time goes, and it's only when you stop doing it, which, like, you know, I have stopped doing the bands for a couple of months now. It's like something that I think about quite a lot. I think about moments like that maybe I should have paid attention a little bit more, and just to be a little bit more centered, and enjoy them just before they go. Just to breathe. Like whenever I feel like I'm thinking too much, the moment we stop breathing is the moment we stop living, you know? So yeah, dead right. So deep. Dead right. But dead right. No pun intended. Imagine we just all just went quiet now. Whoa. Yeah, we'll wrap her up there. Absolutely great episode, Qbanaa. We really do appreciate your time. Thank you for having me. If you've made it this far, go out and check out Qbanaa's music. It's absolutely amazing. And if it might not be something that you've listened to before, but definitely give it a chance, because once you discover it, it's a new ball game completely. So it's a whole different world, and I'm so grateful that I did, to be honest with you. Go follow her on Instagram, TikTok. Are you on TikTok? Yeah, it's a bit unhinged. Go follow on TikTok, Spotify, YouTube. Just go stream all of our stuff. Buy our merch. If drop a merch. I may be dropping some merch. Yeah, I was thinking maybe albums, something like that. Really special music video that has taken us so long. Yeah, go and check that out. We'll definitely be sharing it on our platform. We will. So if you made it this far, thanks so much for your support. It never doesn't go unnoticed. Like, subscribe, and catch us next week. See you next week, folks. Bye. Peace. That was so good.